This clip is sponsored by Med Travelers. If you're an SLP interested in travel therapy, visit medtravelers.com to get started. When you are beginning an assessment, what are some of the basic steps that you go through to see where they're at, if they're stimulable? Like, what's that process look like for you?
Well, I have created an R assessment to use with my own caseload because I don't take insurance, so I have
Okay.
no use for the Golden Fristo or anything else because I don't work on other sounds anymore,
Yeah.
except for L, I guess. That kind of comes hand in hand with working on R since because
Yeah.
of gliding. Um, but my first job in an assessment, aside from getting case history and building rapport and making everyone comfortable, is to try to tease out where their particular error falls on the speech sound disorder spectrum. So I'm teasing out how much of this is phonology, how much of this is articulation. I think maybe there's been one student I've ever seen who it was truly just an articulation disorder. And once we got placement, she was out of there so quickly and she was 5.
Wow.
Yeah, that's never happened again. I promise you. That was one time. But just trying to figure out what we're looking at and where we need to start. So I'll take a conversation sample. I'll get an R inventory. So just, I have a list of words or, I have pictures with it, but I want them to produce these R words independently and see, for some kids, every single R is an error. For some kids, okay, they can say blends. That's great. Just to get an idea of where the gaps are. I look at phonological awareness and I look at minimal pairs to see if they understand the difference between rock and walk and ring and wing, if they can hear that those are different words with different meanings. In the initial assessment, I'll usually do some trial therapy and just see where we can get with elicitation, if that's where they're at. But if they are stimulable, then I just see like, okay, well, what other context can we get? What kind of cueing do you need? Just because I'm trying to piece together, what goals to write, what we need to do for our care plan, how long I think this might take for them to get these different contexts. There's a lot that goes into it for sure, even just for R. And again, this is coming from the perspective of kids coming to me really only with R and error. So I feel like I have to make that disclaimer anytime I'm talking about assessing, because I'm like, I don't see, these, that's all I see now.
Yeah. And is this assessment that you use, is that available for others to purchase and use themselves? Okay. Because I'm thinking that would be so great to just have, you've done all this work and research to really lay it out so that if I'm working with a child, I know exactly like kind of step by step what I want to do. And then that's going to help me get the most accurate information. And to your point, then to be able to make realistic goals or to even know how long are we going to work together?
Yes. Yeah. I have it. It's on my website
Okay.
for
And
anyone
we'll
who
link all
wants
that.
to take a peek. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. But I've been using this assessment for over a year and
Okay.
it's just been really helpful. Or I've developed it
Yeah.
it took me about a year to develop it. And part of that's because I don't get just tons of kids coming to me for assessments, but, or for evaluations, but it's been very helpful it's just kind of how I conceptualize the therapy process.